CapCut has added a long-awaited feature, so today I will show you how to create 3D screen movement in CapCut using two examples. Add a photo or video to your timeline. I click on Ratio and change it to 16:9, which corresponds to YouTube videos. I'll enlarge the picture a little so it fits me and move it as I need. Go to Effects and type Player 3 in the search engine. Drag the effect over the video. First, I'll remove this black rectangle by setting Texture to 0. Next, I set Glow to 0. If you look at the beginning of the effect, there is an animation that I don't want. Set the speed to maximum so that it ends as soon as possible. Create a copy of your image by holding Alt and dragging it to the side. Make it smaller a little and move it to the beginning of the effect. Make sure the piece you added covers the entire animation and we'll remove it later. Go to a point where you are 100% sure that the animation has ended and the original image or video has started. When you click on Player 3 effect at the top, add Details keyframe. First, zoom the image a little and then change Rotate to 42. Using horizontal and vertical, I will move the image so that I get it to the point where I want it to be at the beginning. In my case, I want the first video to be visible and not cut off. Don't worry about the black edges, we'll show you how to fix it later. The beginning is ready, move forward 3 to 4 seconds on the timeline. First change, rotate to 60. I'll zoom in a little more, but not too much. Using horizontal, I will move to the left end of the image. Using vertical, I will move a bit lower, but not too much so that the animation doesn't go crazy. Set yourself to the first keyframe and select all 3 elements on the screen and press Alt plus G to create a compound clip. Now press Ctrl plus B to trim the clip. Delete the small piece at the beginning to remove the initial effect that we didn't want. Go to beginning of the clip and add a transform keyframe. Zoom your clip so that it removes the black gaps. Go to the place where your animation approximately ends and move the clip so that it ends as you imagine it. You can also increase or decrease it if you need it. I would like the viewer to focus their gaze on the left side of the image and not the right. To achieve this, go to Effects and type Blur into the search engine. I personally use this guy because I can't adjust some blur effects. Drag it above the clip and enlarge it. I go to the beginning and click on the mask. Click Add Mask, then click Reverse to reverse the mask function. I'll fit it to the left half of the image. I set Feather to 27 so that there is a gradual transition. Go to Basic and set Blur to 7. Now that we have our first effect ready, let's show you something a little more complex with a second example. I added the video to the timeline and enlarged it a bit. Add the Player 3 effect over the video again and stretch it. Set Texture and Glow to 0. Set the speed to 100. Find the point where the initial animation ends and add a detail keyframe after it. First, zoom in the video a little and then change Rotate to 44. Using vertical, I will move the video so that I get it to the point where I want it to be at the beginning. The beginning is ready. Move forward 3 to 4 seconds on the timeline. First change Rotate to 63. I'll zoom in a little more. Using vertical and horizontal, I get to the point where I want the animation to end, and select all elements on the screen and set yourself to the first keyframe. Press Alt plus G to create a compound clip. Now press Ctrl plus B to trim the clip. Delete the small piece at the beginning to remove the initial effect that we didn't want. Go to beginning of the clip and add a transform keyframe. Zoom your clip so that it removes the black gaps. We also set Rotate to -1 to create a more dynamic movement. Go to the place where your animation approximately ends. I see that the black background is sticking out again, so I'll zoom in on the image a bit and set Rotate to 1. I'll improve the clip quality a bit now. Go to Adjustment, scroll down and find Sharpen, set it to 35, and just below that, Clarity to 10. Okay, now all we have to do is add a blur effect, but this time it will be a little more complicated. Add a mask again, and this time select the circle and invert the mask function. I'll put it on my channel and set the feather to 16. I'll play with it a little more to make it fit better. Add a mask settings keyframe to the beginning of the clip. Move forward on the timeline and look for the point where you need to change your mask. You always have to click on Add Mask Setting Keyframe and then make adjustments. Repeat this until the end of the clip. Keep moving a little forward and changing the position and dimensions of your mask to fit until you cover the entire clip. Finally, reduce the blur to something between 5 to 10 and you're done. Thanks for watching. I hope I helped you. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more tutorials. Have a nice day.